We're going to be trying out Fuel Network on this stream. Probably try to build something. Let's see if we're live. Why do I always open Twitch? All right. The world's fastest modular execution layer. Parallel transaction execution Fuel delivers unmatched processing capacity through its ability to execute transactions in parallel by using strict state access lists in the forms of a UTXO model. What is this? This enables Fuel to use far more threads and cores of your CPU that are typically idle in single-threaded blockchains. As a result, Fuel can deliver far more compute, state access, and transactional throughput than its single-threaded counterpart. Interesting. Then you have FuelVM and you write contracts in Swellang, which is a DSL, domain-specific language. The syntax looks like this. It's a simple counter program. The goal of this live stream is to figure out how to write contracts and probably build like the minimal front end on top of it and being able to sign transaction, right? Just to get a gist of how this ecosystem works. So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, they have a blog post introducing Fuel, and this was written in 2022. Best and Brighton engineers, support from the best blockchain industry later. Today we introduce fastest modular layer, reading a new chapter of the book, and just the problem L2 don't solve scalability crisis alone. The L2 have opened a new margin of the cost reduction for access to the Ethereum ecosystem. The total throughput increases has been modest at the best, with both optimistic and ZK approaches. And this time high traffic on the Ethereum L2 have failed to keep cost low, often rising to experience dollar per transaction. 1 second. I will just decrease the brightness of my monitor. It's just too much. As a community, we want to achieve true global access to the blockchain technology. We cannot settle on the modest reduction in fees. We need dramatic changes. Yes, we need dramatic changes! Change that are not only reduces waste and inefficiency, but opens up a new cases never before seen in the blockchain space. Interesting. What is modular execution layer? Yeah, this is an interesting one. What is Paulina? There are ongoing colossal shift happening in L1 blockchain's architecture. We are moving away from the monolithic design where consensus, data availability, and execution layer are tightly coupled. True. To modular future where execution is separate from the data availability and consensus. I just forgot to change the title on Twitch. So I need to do it quickly in my mouse. Let's do this edit, and I'm going to change this. That's it. What should I do? Exploring Fuel Network. Yeah, this makes sense. And also Sway, which is DSL, domain specific language. And that's it. That is it. Let's just pop this out, although no one's gonna join, and I don't mind that. Alright. This operation allows you to specialization, at the base layer, delivering a significant increase in the bandwidth capacity. Fuel is designed specifically to leverage this additional bandwidth in ways no other scalability system can. Fuel is the fastest execution layer on the top of the modular blockchain stack, delivering the highest security, flexible, and whatever Ethereum style interoperability during complete smart contracts and not just simple transfer. Fuel defines a modular execution layer as a verifiable computation system designed for the modular blockchain stack. Fuel specializes in making execution as efficient as possible. This is in contrast to rollups that have been deployed to date, which have optimized for the monolithic problems such as constrained bandwidth. As Ethereum grows, projects that do not adopt will continue to suffer the consequences of a compute constrained design space. The time for modular execution is now. High security and flexible throughput. How? All right. They have parallel transaction execution in the Fuel VM, and a superior developer experience with Sway and Force. All right. The Fuel delivers unmatched processing capacity through its ability to execute transaction in parallel by using strict state access in form of a UTXO model. So this is again an attempt to scale Ethereum, right? Interesting. But why are we scaling something that is meant to be slow, right? I mean, Solana does a better job. They do, it's an L1 and they do parallel execution. So yeah, why do you need Fuel VM? This enables Fuel to use far more threads in course of the CPU that typically idle in. Okay, cool. Second, the Fuel VM is designed to reduce wasteful processing of traditional blockchain virtual machine architecture while vastly increasing the potential design space for the developers. The design learn from the mistakes of the past and insight from the years of production blockchains. Now developers can go far and what they could achieve given the constraint of the EVM. Third but not least, Fuel provides a powerful sleek developer experience with our own domain specific language called Sway, the supported toolchain Foresee. Fuel Orchestrator. Our development environment retains the benefits of smart contract languages like Solidity while adopting the paradigm introduced by the Rust tooling ecosystem. And developers can have a completely vertical integrated experience where every component of the virtual machine through to the CLI works in the harmony. Interesting. Building the engine for the autonomous future. We envision as an autonomous future where all the individual and groups have access to create benefit from truly verifiable autonomous systems. These systems will run independently of the creators and will power the next generation of human coordination and cooperation in the autonomous future. Complex cooperative and financial blockchain infrastructure can be built for and finally relied upon. This new infrastructure meant to be immense amount of power can shift away from the rent-seeking middlemen who do not provide value back to the people and groups that do. We view Fuel as an engine for autonomous future. Okay, whatever. First of all, I need to enable dark mode. Building Fuels means breaking free from the constraint of monolithic blockchain that have held us back. With Fuel, we can now go beyond monolithic. Beyond monolithic! Build with us. Swaybook and Fuel specification. And all of this. I must be following their Twitter account. Yes. A token model for layer 2 block production. How can I introducing Fuel grants program? This is announced on 6th October. Interesting. Yeah, this is actually my goal is to work on the stable swap or potentially like basically provide value to the ecosystem, and maybe I will probably apply for the grant. The faster modular execution layer with the development of Fuel V2, we have begun to shift away from the traditional monolithic structures where all aspects of the blockchain consensus, data availability, and execution are handled on a single layer. The introduction to Fuel VM provides incredible high levels of throughput through parallelization via UTXO. What is UTXOs? I have no clue. We'll read about it in a moment. Improvement that were suggested to EVM for many years but couldn't implement it due to the need of maintaining backward compatibilities. We have seen a radical uptick of interest in fuel, particularly from developers interested in building with modular feature with us. Current app on fuel. We might go through them, but right now, no. Oh, they have summaries. Interesting. Whoa. Microchain, a low cost, easy to token swapping terminal with two major benefits: versatility and simplicity. Bringing real world items on chain as NFTs, a decentralized naming service on Fuel, a fully on chain NFT marketplace allowing for batch listing and purchasing with a emphasis on UX and UI experience for users. Poolshark is an open source Web3 protocol, makes it easy for users, protocols, DAOs to set limit orders. Democratizing thousands of SMEs, entrepreneurs, while allowing crypto lenders to earn attractive, stable, uncollateralized yield. Uncollateral when I what is uncorrelated? An ORAO, a Oracle service custom data feeds. Ah, that's it. It's not even working. Okay, maybe it's not live yet. What is wrong with their site? Is that it? They just have. God damn it. Wow. They don't have anything. Shit. Why do they have 500 followers? Oh, they're like still building, probably. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I mean, probably nothing. Fuel Labs, Bankless HQ. I mean, it was just a advertisement, right? I need to get into it. The ecosystem. These are the categories. Hmm. Interesting. All right, let's do it. I wrote a simple counter function. Let's see how can we write test on top of it. And let's see what we can do with it. I was going through this developer quick start, which was, yeah. So, how can I write test? You have this. In the test directory, navigate to harness.rs. Get contract instance. It's not yet implemented. What do you mean? You just do 4C test, but for some reason it doesn't work. When I did 4C new, it didn't create any test directory for me. Let's see how can we set up a wallet then. Do I have 4C wallet? And it will take forever to build. Oh, god damn it. It takes a lot of time to compile. This is actually a cool thing. They're, they have like a lot of different repositories, so which is nice to be honest. I mean, as cool as it sounds, the idea of putting everything like in a simple single repository, I don't really like it. Get testing tokens. You have a faucet. Do they not have a wallet? Fuel VM contract and call model, memory model versus EVM versus Move and Solana. These are two going to be really interesting, uh, things to look at. I really want to read this, but they're not available yet. Interesting. Why do I need to install a block explorer? Like, is it something that gives you like local approach to explorer or something? I will just take a look at their repository and see what is exactly 4C Explorer. Hmm. It must be a part of fuel core. Okay. Hmm.
The transaction format we use, annotation detail from your point of view, really like the TLDR is that there's bytecode somewhere in the transaction. Somewhere in this transaction, there's bytecode, and has a particular length, and it's located at a particular place, but there's just bytecode. And then you have to provide some coins that you're going to spend here in inputs. You're going to provide some coins that are spent to pay for gas and stuff. Some coins that are created. So while you deploy a transaction, this transaction type is to deploy when you deploy a contract, because this transaction type is to deploy a contract, you can also send.
Is it done? Okay, let's see what will happen if I do 4C deploy. It's not a command? Are you serious? Interesting. HD wallet. 4C wallet new. Now it will create a new account, right? And this is a wallet address. And then you can sign a transaction ID in an account index. Sign a transaction. You need to have the transaction ID. You can generate the transaction ID, get its ID using 4C client, and then you can sign it. Interesting. Let's see if we can deploy testnet tokens here. So this is what we got. And their currency is still Ether, right? Why can I not deploy this 4C deploy? I must be missing something, or they might have had breaking changes. I don't have anything like 4C, right? Like 4C deploy. Plugins, oh, do I? 4C plugins. These are the installed plugins. I need to ask in the Discord. What am I missing? FuelUp installs the Fuel toolchain for official release channels, enabling you to easily keep the toolchain updated. And when you do the Rust toolchain, I did install Fuel Core. Then you can install plugins. 4C, sorry, cargo install 4C deploy. Is there something like this? No. Cargo search 4C. You have GM. Wallet. That's it. Also explore. For CLSP explore. Installing fork may require additional system dependency. Okay, I do have. Template test and update. Also 4C test gives me this issue. Did I miss? Oh, can someone please help me? Is it important to install Fuel toolchain? Let's take a look at the 4C. Okay, we don't even have deploy here. Interesting. So how can I deploy a contract? Oh, 1 second. All right, you do 4C build. Spin up a local fuel node. Fuel core run db type in memory. Address already in use. Which address, sir? What is happening? Counter contract. This. You can't use the same terminal session in order to running fuel core to run any other command as well as this, whatever. I can't access the deploy. Hmm. Force is already installed, and same thing goes with fuel core. This is a Explorer. Oh, this is actually good. Wow. I really like it if it offers what I'm thinking it offers. So this is a Explorer for local network. Wow. It's actually really cool. Nobody's offering it. But how can I install? Force is not part of the fuel cord, so is it? For C wallet. While using 4C deploy or 4C run, how can I install this? This doesn't work. Okay, what can I do to deploy it? 4C deploy. Nope. Where does this exist? Like, I have 4C deploy here. Could not find 4C toml. Well, that is because, do I need to add this to path? Well, I will do one thing. Nice. At least something's working. Wow, now I can use this. Okay, cool. I will just delete this. So 4C deploy. It took me a while to make sense out of it, but let's keep going. So we are here getting started and trying to write a simple piece of program. So here, this was the doc. Yeah, we wrote this. Unsigned. What is this? Let's take a look. Unsigned. This. It deploys it without sign. What is it? No, the contract ID will need it if you want to deploy out a front end to interact with it. So the contract ID is here, but I want to check. .4C explore. We go to the Explorer. Okay, interesting. We have one block reduce, but it doesn't have anything. Wow. Do you have any information around this? Let's see if I can deploy this to the node and see what's happening. Let's do it quickly. Not this. Let's close this. I don't need this. Nope. Here. I want to deploy it. How can I deploy it? There was one documentation. Developer quick start, and we go to 4C deploy. 4C deploy. Oh, right. 4C deploy. You do this, right? And let's try to run the local node first. So we're gonna run a local node by doing 4C. Sorry, that was fuel core, right? Fuel core run db type in memory. It's not running for some reason. Which port does it use? Can I specify a different port or something? Port is used by fuel. That's just fuel core start. Which port is used? Can you please tell me so that I can think what is going on? I can actually directly check here. You can directly apply there. Oh, it makes sense. Let's do it. Titch. 1, 2, 3. Please provide the address of the wallet you're going to be using to sign this transaction. And I'm going to be using the wallet that I created. Can I access it? Let's do here. 4C wallet. And I want the account index. Is that 0? Do you also have 1? Okay, cool. So this is the address I want to use here. We're gonna paste this. Transaction ID to sign this. Please provide the signature for this transaction. How can I do this? You need to first of all do this. TX ID to sign this, right? So do you want me to do this? 4C wallet in this? Sorry. 4C wallet sign. And 0 as the index. Please give the password and then you got the signature. And then you paste in the signature. Then you have a transaction ID. We're going to go to the Fuel Explorer. We're gonna go to Fuel Explorer. Block Explorer. Now I have access to transaction ID, right? This is not a transaction or address. One second. Now, this is the information we can get out of it.
श्री इन्नो इन्नो प्रोग्रेस बन के क्या करो
Type status, gas price, limit this. This is the person who signed the transaction, contract created, and change output. I don't know what is this. Let's take a look. This is witness 1, which was sort of the signed signature. Interesting. I mean, honestly, it's much better experience if you compare it with, either Aptos or Sway. The developer ecosystem is like very cool. I mean, to be honest, I really like it. So let's without wasting any time, we're gonna go back and try to write a front end for it, because then I'll get a gist of, the whole ecosystem, or basically how the whole, smart contract development lifecycle. Yeah, oh yeah, they are mentioning this. I should just read it, man. Alright, so we're going to initialize a React SDK, install fuels. Okay. So actually just use CRA, don't worry. So let's create a front end folder in the counter itself, right? No, it's not in the counter, because it is in the front end, which is like outside the directory of the counter. Nice. And we are having trouble using CRA. Let's install global version if there is any, and with the yarn as well. And then let's try to do this. We no longer support global installation of this. Well, that's fine. How can I uninstall it? This is bad. You know what I'm gonna do? Create next step. npx create next app TypeScript. There is a way to specify or package manager, right? So during a in, it should be in, but you can do this. Interesting. So we're gonna do no, not this. pnpm create next app. So we're gonna do this. Can I specify the TypeScript? We're gonna call it front end. I'm not using this at all, so let's get some more real estate. Okay, this is done. We're gonna go to front end now. So front end, and on this tab we install 3 dependencies. So you need fuels. So pnpm install fuels, npx fuels fuel chain. What is this? To make it easier to interact with the contract, we use fuel chain to interpret the contract output ABI JSON from the contract. The JSON was created on the moment we executed for cbuild to compile this. If you see this, you will see, yeah, that's fine. Inside this, run npx fuel chain target, whatever. Let's try to do it. This should really improve. So you do npx fuel chain target fuels. Output directory is source/contract, and then you have /counter, not counter contract. Then our deploy or whatever. This should probably work. Do you want to proceed? Now we should be able to find a new folder, this, and there's an error. Couldn't find fields. I did install the fields. Do you want me to use this flag? Forget to install typechain fields. Typechains. Did I misspell it? Did you forget to install it? No, it is exactly what I think it is. It's not an npm registry permission to fetch it. What am I missing? We are... I mean, the dot, yeah, like the save flag is optional, right? Of course. And also, the thing is, why am I not able to run this npm? npx. Is this because of the package manager or something? It could be, actually. So what I can do is and do something like npm install. And I should already have this fuels thing in this, okay? Then now I can try to run this. Couldn't find fuels. Then what are we installing? Couldn't find fuels. Try loading this, and this. Do you want me to install it? Couldn't find fuels. Tried loading this. Phew, and the typechain fuels is not a package. Of course. What about this? It is a package. All right, it works now. Interesting. So in the front end repository, we can see a folder in source which is contracts. It contains types, right? Let's see how can we utilize it. For interacting with the fuel network, we have to submit a signed transaction with enough funds to cover network fees. The Fuel TS SDK don't currently support wallet integration, requiring us to have a non-safe wallet inside a web app using a private key. Interesting. Well, of course we're too early, but it is actually interesting. We're dealing with raw private keys on front end. Let's do it. So this is what we're gonna do. In the root of the current front-end project, create a create wallet.js. You install a TS or whatever. So we're gonna go over to source and we're gonna install, create wallet.ts. Actually, I want to use my give me a second. Actually, give me a sec. Okay, I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use my laptop's keyboard instead of an external keyboard. So give me a second. Awesome. Whew, that's cool. So what do you want me to do? Import wallet from fuels. Then you create, oh, this creates a wallet. Ah, so this is like we are creating sort of burner wallets. Interesting. Wallet dot address dot to string. I honestly really like the developer ecosystem and the experience. Like so far it is like really cool. Private key, I just love the chain, like the way documentation is laid out and everything. It's just really cool. So it generates a new sort of burner wallet, right? So if we try to do node and / source and create wallet, and we have an issue. Let's see why. The node is not allowed, cannot use import statement outside a module. How to fix this? There was a way. And by default it does support it. That. Let's go to the front end, create scripts / let's do scripts create wallet. Can I run it using npm? And this is node / script / create wallet. Oh, I should use node, like npm. Oh yeah, this ts node, right? I need to use ts node. Now I can probably do do you want me to install this? Yeah, of course you need to install it at oh, what did I npm run create wallet. We are gonna have issue to show where this is, whatever. Can I not do ts node? God damn it, this is stupid. What am I missing? I can't run it with Node, right? It's a TypeScript project. Warning to load an ES module, type TS module. Right, now let's try this. Shit, why am I using yarn now? Oh yeah, I am missing that. Oh, okay. Still can't run it. Unknown file. Why? I'm running it using TS node. Like, yeah, because there's one more problem with the PM. I don't want to use. Let's remove this. Oh man, this will not work. Like, you need to. I think I'm missing something. I can run it using JS, like, and I can't use this. Do you want me to go to the previous state? Yeah, there is some sort of issue if I remember. Yeah, of course, include this. Okay, that's why they were not using import statement. I mean, the issue is simple. Like, I mean, I can, but what is the issue now? It works for some reason. There is an issue. Whatever. Yeah. So the private key, you will need this later and set it as a string variable here, whatever. Now we can finally write some piece of front end code to make stuff work. And we're gonna go to pages and index. Select everything, delete, and do export default function app return. Okay. We're gonna show the counter. To counter, and now we're gonna create a state here. For now, let's say it's a string. And we're gonna have use effect to fetch it. I mean, I don't know, I whatever, I just said something that doesn't need to be said. So we're gonna have a function that needs to execute and simply value is equals to await, and we have this contract object here. Interesting. So we're gonna import something called counter AVI factory, and then I'm gonna do const contract ID. It is going to be something here, and then const wallet secret. This is going to be our secret key that is going to sign this transaction. Oof, this is pretty raw. I love it. And then we have this wallet instance. We need to import wallet from fuels and pass in the wallet secret and then the node. I will just copy this. And then we're going to do contract is equals to counter ABI factory dot. It has a method called connect, which takes in a contract ID and a wallet object. Interesting. So we'll just fill these things. Oh, I don't have any information. At least I have this. This is a transaction ID. We got contract created. Oh, details. This is the contract ID. But why there is dot dot dot? 2 is F922. Oh, we are going somewhere. This is B for something. No. Can I actually access this contract ID? Nice. And then I need wallet secret, which is going to be this. Now we're going to use this contract object, and this is really cool. I have like full types here, so this will give me the value, and I can set the counter as value dot what. Okay, you pass in the number here, and I need to set this as number. This looks nice. Can we run it? And here is our little front end with a lot of errors. Wow. What is this exactly? The requested module elliptic is in CommonJS module, which may not support all modular exports as name exports. CommonJS modules are always imported via default exports for using. Can I remove? This is probably not because of scripts. Oh, god damn it. This is the place where this issue is coming from. And I didn't change anything in this. Now we need to figure this thing out. But can I run it without this? No, you can't. Do you want me to use create React app? Yeah, I can try, but for some reason it was not working like this. Oh, I don't want to remove it. Let's reuse this piece of code. And two. Okay. Let's use Yarn, our personal favorite tool. Yarn create React app. Oh no, it started installing. It's 5.0.1. This should do the job. TypeScript. Shit, what have I done? there is not a GitHub repository here. Front-end node modules and something. Ah, I see. Why am I still seeing these? What is wrong with you? Too many changes. All of these are coming from, can I refresh? Oh yeah, I have some sort of issue, whatever. So let's just quickly do what we wanted to do. We're gonna run this command called, oh, we need to install some. And the CRA takes forever. Why do I have a lot of issues? No file or directory. Test fuel front-end node modules, GraphQL requests, source and types. I don't know why this is a issue. I mean, of course, CRA is way slower than something like create next app. Let's see if we can sign a transaction. and then we'll figure out the details. All right, let's just do what they have here. They have a button. On click increment, which is this function. Okay. So you just do this and basically calling this method. This is pretty simple. I love it. Let's see how does it work. We go here and we increment, and let's take a look at the inspector. We have an issue. Oh yeah, enough coins could not be found. It does make sense. What we can do is there a way I can show this, somewhere? P wallet, and we're gonna do like where is wallet? This is wallet secret, and can I access the public key using this address dot to string? Sorry. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. How can I transfer? Oh, you can just airdrop to this, right? Yeah. Fuel faucet. Let's just paste in the address and oh, sorry. All right, this is done. Then I can increment. Boom! Perfect. So it took us a while, but now we have sort of control over the whole smart contract life cycle of fuel. Although we haven't done much work, what we did is now we can finally build on top of these, right? We got a gist of how to work with the tools, and I am very happy. Also with CRA. Okay, so now we can actually build on top of it, and now we can learn a bit of Swaylang and see what are the cool things we can do on it. So can I just always show bookmark bar? Actually, I'm honestly never going to use this. I might just go ahead and delete. Look, a lot of bookmarks. Oh god, I'm gonna delete this. Blockchain. Delete. If I want to read Hacker News, I can just read it. Andre Cronch, Pomodoro, Twitter. ABI Ninja is actually good tool. Rust, I can create. Oh, there is Rust, right? Rust. Why do I have code? So I'm gonna create one more folder here. Let's call it fuel. And we're gonna do this, add bookmark bar, and do this. This is cool. We can actually increment things. It's very instant. I love it. Alright, I'm gonna take a small break and then we'll be back in some time. Hey, first time chat. Have I've been on a break, so now you can properly hear me if you are still here. Broadcaster and view. Why am I seeing these users? Are they bots? Whatever. So, hey guys, if someone's here. So, we are working on fuel network and hey T Raptor. Hello, we are working on fuel network. So far, we figured out the most simplest smart contract developer lifecycle. So, how to create contracts on it, what are the tools we need, how to create wallet, a bunch of things like deploying it. You're the broadcaster. Yeah, I don't know why do I have a lot of users here? Maybe there are bots because so this is what I am doing. We build out a simplest form, like a simplest UI to sort of sign the transaction and update. Or did you use Solidity? Solidity, you mean Solidity, right? So for this specific thing, I didn't because the Fuel Network in specific uses something called Sway, which is a DSL, domain specific language, something similar to Rust. So if you take a look at this program here, if you have worked with Solidity, you might find it very similar in terms of the way it's written. You can see we have defined storage ABI, and this is actually the implementation. So it's a bit different, pattern to write contracts and language, but yeah, this is what we are using, Swaylang. Also, it's very fast, and one second, if I show you, fuel, yeah. So if I show you, when I click on increment, it actually calls this method called increment in my smart contracts and update the counter. So if I click here, uh, here, and you can see it's done. It almost takes like barely 1 or 2 seconds, which is cool to finalize the transaction. So this is why it's awesome. Now, the next step is to, learn more about Swaylang, and let's see what we can do. And I also want to take a look whether they have standards for fungible and non-fungible tokens. Counters of currency, Fizzbuzz, program libraries. Advanced concepts. They also offer assembly. Interesting. Traits and generic types. It's a bit similar to MoveLang in some ways, although the pattern that we use here to specifically write contracts is a bit different. I have tried SwiMove, in which everything is sort of an object and you deal with objects all the time. In Seed, it's very similar to the way we used to write contracts in Solidity. Do they not have anything for? You need to do a newbie night. Please save this stream because I would like to see this from the beginning. Oh yeah, sure. Actually, I will be exporting it to my YouTube channel. You can take a look. I generally export the streams here, so that I can sort of keep track of them. And yeah, although you might find like this could be really boring, like to watch this whole stream, because it's not targeted towards like teaching. It was more like uh my walkthrough or like my learnings from the fuel. So what you can do if you like really want to sort of get to this point, and sort of write a basic contract and interact with it, uh, I was using this documentation called Developer Quick Start, and they talk about everything. Like basically, sort of they walk you through the most simplest smart contract development lifecycle, so that you can get a gist of the way you can sort of write contracts on top of Fuel network. Let's ask them, although they're not responding as of now, but let's say, are there any standards for fungible and non? Awesome. Let's see. And I'm actually particularly interested about these two things. They don't have this information in documentation as of now, which basically compares this Fuel VM with Move and Solana. Because if you think about it, I am not sure about the data layer in Solana and Fuel, but if you talk about like the modular layer plus the way they execute like multiple uh, transactions simultaneously, that's one of the selling point of Fuel, right? uh, so if you take a look over here, they talk about this, designed to reduce wasteful processing of traditional blockchain virtual machines. The design learns from the mistake, yeah, whatever. Sway language, yeah. Parallel transaction execution. The thing is, it is sort of a layer 2. I'm still not sure if it is layer 2. I think it is layer 2 because primarily because they have the base currency as Ethereum, which and also in their blog they mentioned that they are trying to scale Ethereum. So Ethereum is like one of those special child everybody wants to sort of scale, but fundamentally it is not supposed to. So Solana is doing the same thing with parallel transaction execution. You can execute a lot of transaction parallelly, which makes it really fast. So this is going to be an interesting comparison. And so same thing goes with Move, although I'm still not like really sure about Move. Primarily because, I mean, if you talk about specifically to Sui Move, or like there are like two popular blockchains that uses Sui, Aptos and Move. Sorry, Aptos and Sui. So they both use a slightly different variant of MoveLang. So it's going to be interesting to look at why it is different. And talking about why is it different from EVM. One second. Where is that article? Here. Versus EVM. One thing is, of course, like, okay, we are comparing the virtual machine only, not the whole blockchain. They use 64-bit words instead of 256 bits. Interesting. What about having really large numbers? How are you going to store them? And why is it modern processors have this? Yeah. Instruction set, those are most efficient instruction. When you deal with this, you're dealing with big numbers, right? Yeah. And since modern processors aren't made of come on, man, like then how are you supposed to deal with like really large numbers? Are they? That's actually interesting, because the reason why Solidity supports 256 bits is to have really large numbers, and especially they don't have decimals, so the decimals are represented like using the numbers. For example, if you want to represent 1 USDC, so you will have like 1 and then 18 decimals. But how will you store it? Like on 64-bit virtual machine, the fuel VM register based instead of stack based. Interesting. Yeah, EVM uses a stack based system, right? Because when you compile it, it sort of generates the opcode which executes in stack. And yeah, that makes sense. They use registers. Fewer instructions. You got fewer instructions to do the same work than stack based VMs. Because every operation is priced optimizing to reduce the number of operations needed to do the same amount of work as outside benefits. The fuel VM is built as an atomic UTXO pattern. I still have to look into the UTXO pattern. Actually, I'm going to end the stream now and probably do it after a couple of hours because I have to get some work done. So meanwhile, you can check out my previous streams if you want to, and you can check out the Fuel Lang on their website. Thanks for being here, and bye.